Hello students, welcome to the next lecture, Poisson distribution. So what is mean by the Poisson distribution? A random variable x is said to be Poisson distribution if it assumes only non-negative values and its probability density function is given by p of x equal to e to the power minus lambda power x by x factorial when x values are 0, 1, 2, 3, so on n 0 otherwise. See, in the binomial distribution also it is saying same. When x values are positives, then the distribution function is defined by ncx p power x q to the power n minus x. Come to the Poisson distribution. Here also, if n containing positive values, then the density function is defined by e to the power minus lambda power x by x factorial when x values are positives. Other than the positive probability is 0. Now, what is the here? Mean of Poisson distribution nu equal to lambda, and which can also say that n into p. Variance of Poisson distribution, and it is denoted by sigma square, is equal to lambda. It is equal to lambda, and it is also, we can also say that npq. Okay, these are the formulas for mean of Poisson distribution and variance of Poisson distribution, and this is the definition of the Poisson distribution. So now we'll see the first question of this Poisson distribution. Right, a hospital switchboard receives an average of 4 emergency calls in 10 minutes interval. What is the probability that number 1, there are at most 2 emergency calls in 10-minute interval? Number 2, there are exactly 3 emergency calls in 10-minute interval. Right, I hope everyone is understand the question. A hospital switchboard receives an average of 4 emergency calls in 10-minute interval. So can I say, given you in this question average? Yes. So given average, can I say is a mean? Yes. So nu equal to lambda in the Poisson distribution, and which of value is given you 4. Okay, so lambda equal to 4. In a 10 minutes interval, what is the probability that number 1, there are at most 2 emergency calls in 10-minute interval? So what you have to find in this question? Tell me. A hospital getting in the 10 minutes interval at most 2 emergency calls. How can I denote it now? At most 2 emergency calls. So P of x less than or equal to 2. Yes. So means I may not get a call. I may get one call. I may get two calls. Okay. So now at x equal to 0 and x equal to 1, at x equal to 2, I'm writing the Poisson distribution. In the previous lecture, that is binomial distribution, at x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, we are written binomial distribution. And moreover, to finding a solution of binomial distribution, we require the values of n, p, q. So these three values we required. coming to the Poisson distribution, to finding the solution of Poisson distribution, we need average. Okay, right. So what is the formula of the binomial Poisson distribution here? Poisson distribution P of x equal to e power minus lambda power x by x factorial. Okay, so this is the formula, and in this formula I'm substituting at x equal to 0, at x equal to 1, and at x equal to 2. So e power lambda, so lambda value is 4, so e power minus 4 into 4 to the power 0 by 0 factorial plus e to the power minus 4, because lambda value 4, into 4 to the power of 1 by 1 factorial plus e to the power of minus 4 into 4 to the power of 2 by 2 factorial. Okay, see, at x equal to 0 I written a binomial Poisson distribution. Similarly, at x equal to 1 and at x equal to 2, I written Poisson distribution. So now what I'm doing, I'm finding the solution by substituting the values in calci. 0.2381. So this is the probability in getting at most 2 emergency calls in the 10 minutes interval. Okay, right. Now we'll see the second question. There are exactly 3 emergency calls in 10 minutes interval. So it is nothing but, can I say P of x equal to 3 only? Yes. So at x equal to 3 we have to find a probability by using Poisson distribution. So e to the power of minus lambda is nothing but 4 into lambda power 3 by 3 factorial. Okay, now then the solution of this probability at x equal to 3 is 0.1954. Okay, so this is the probability to getting exactly 3 calls in a 10 minutes interval. Now we'll go to the second question of Poisson distribution. Right, we'll see the second question. If a bank receives an average 6 bad checks per day, find the probability that it will receive 4 bad checks on any given day. Right, so what is the given question in the what are the given values in the question? If bank receives on the average 6 bad checks, so can I say given you the average per day? So how do you denote average in the Poisson distribution? Tell me. So mean nu equal to lambda in the Poisson distribution, right? And which of value is given you 6 in the question. So what we have to find the probability that it will receive 4 bad checks. So can I say at P of x equal to 4, what is the probability? Yes. So coming to the Poisson distribution formula, Poisson distribution P of x equal to e power minus lambda power x by x factorial. This is our formula. So now P of x equal to 4, it is equal to e to the power minus lambda is nothing but 6 into 6 to the power of 4 by 4 factorial. Then the result is 0.1339. So this is the probability getting in any day 4 bad checks. I hope everyone is understand. See, I hope everyone is understand. We'll go to the next lecture of Poisson distribution.